Welcome back into Great Day, Washington. It is time now for the Morning Mix. Johnny Depp is donating $1 million to 5 different charities. The money is from the settlement he was owed from Amber Heard, stemming from that highly publicized defamation trial, remember, that took place right here in our area?
Yeah.
Sources tell CNN Depp plans to donate $200,000 to each of the 5 charities, including the Make a Film Foundation and the Amazonia Fund Alliance. A Virginia jury found both Heard and Depp liable for defamation in June. I was wondering how long it was going to be before he started doing things to kind of repair his image. I don't know if this will help, because at the Cannes Film Festival a few weeks ago, like, people were not happy that he was like the featured actor. Yeah, there's, I mean, you've got people on both sides, obviously.
Right. I was thinking that sounded like a low sum, because I felt like when they settled, he was getting a lot more than that. And I did look it up. So originally he was supposed to get $15 million. It was $10 million and $5 million for 2 different reasons. One, defamation, forget what the other one was. But then they've since pared that down to $1 million. So he's splitting this $1 million up between those 5 charities. So they're not each getting $1 million. They'll get $200,000.
But here's the other thing, though. I mean, that's $1 million that he never had in the first place. You know, I know it was a defamation thing, so probably, you know, cost him his image a little bit. But how about use some of the money you already have to give to charities too?
I don't know what he does with his money. I can't
at this
speak
point
to that. Yeah. Meanwhile,
I'll be quiet on that.
83-year-old actor John Amos says he's doing well in a Memphis, Tennessee hospital. That report comes after his daughter shared on Instagram last month that he was in the ICU fighting for his life. Shannon Amos also wrote that her father was abused by a caregiver at his Colorado home. The Good Times and Coming to America star disputes that, saying his life was never in danger and he's also not in intensive care. He also says he wants his daughter to stop the GoFundMe campaign she started with a goal of raising $500,000 for him. That right now had about $12,000. He wanted it to go back to everyone who's donated. Just have the money. I'll go back to them. And he said, like, he and his son will come out at the appropriate time to kind of say what has gone on, because it sounds like something within the family. Or maybe she's in trouble.
Is she monetarily in trouble? Is there a dispute going on and she's just using his name and his likeness to raise this money? It's a really strange situation. It's a sad situation. Overall, if that's the case, both ways, if he is ill or if it's just a family dispute. Right.
You would hope that for people who are concerned about him, right? That also, like, you're like, oh shoot, they got really worried about him, like fans, you know. So there's also that you can't walk back. Yeah. All right, we'll see how that one plays out. There's another dispute going on. Yes, there is.
Singer Anita Baker says fellow singer-songwriter Babyface will no longer tour with her. Baker says she will continue her songstress tour alone because of a Twitter dispute with some of Babyface's fans. Baker says those fans bullied and threatened her online, and she says she was concerned for her safety. Babyface issued a statement on Tuesday that says, in part, while he is disappointed he will no longer tour with Baker, he has nothing but love and respect for her and wishes her well on the rest of her tour. All this kind of stemmed from he didn't perform at this May date.
Right.
And some are saying it's because the tour went on late, so he backed off so that she could have her full set. Others are saying it was technical difficulties. But then I think she kind of came out and said, well, he's contractually obligated to perform. And then his fans started to kind of go after her.
Apparently, I was reading in a People magazine article that they've also had a dispute back in 2006. Like, he sued her.
So
I didn't see that, but it said it was like settled, no hard feelings. So now something else has come up almost 20 years later. I think there's a lot more behind the scenes on this one too.
It's very confusing. Like, I'm just trying to read it and understand. I'm like, what caused the fans to get so upset? Like, what did she tweet? And so much of it stems back to this one performance.
And it's all playing out on social media,
which is so unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay. These singers don't even have to sing, and they're going to be making new music thanks to artificial intelligence. The Beatles will soon get a brand new song. Paul McCartney says producers recently used AI to mix a song from a demo that he and John Lennon worked on decades ago. They were using a computer version of Lennon's voice to finish the song, and the new song is set to be released later this year. At first, if you don't know both artists have given consent or their parties have given consent, I'm like, no, this is not how we should be using AI. But I guess this is cool when you think about, you could have new music from people who have passed away.
And who passed away, you know, too short. Their lives were cut too short. And there's I mean, it's the Beatles, so of course we kind of want to hear them all together. But it's still that weird line of like, you can just find somebody's voice and regenerate it and make it into something else. We hear so much about the problems of AI, where people get phone calls and thinking it's their son or daughter that's in trouble.
Yeah.
This is a cool way to use it.
This is a cool way. I've heard a couple cool ways this last week where I go, okay, maybe AI is not so bad if we use it responsibly.
There's the positive and negative sides of things. But to keep creating art, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, if you do love the Beatles, you can check out Hard Day's Night, a Beatles tribute band, at Reston Town Center, happening this Saturday, June 17th at 7:30 p.m. Parking is free, and it's fun for the whole family, including your dogs. You can bring your blankets, your dogs, your chairs, and just enjoy.
And speaking of concerts, this is cool. A new concert experience is going to swing through D.C. this fall. People can watch the Academy Award-winning Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse while artists and a DJ play music from the soundtrack. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse live in concert will be at the District's National Theater on September 30th. Tickets start at just $25 and are available beginning this Friday at 10 a.m. I've never gone to one of those where they play a movie with the soundtrack underneath. Have you done that?
It's really cool. I've always wanted to do it for Harry Potter because the soundtrack is so iconic. Or they do, I mean, they do it for so many of the musicals.
But Harry Potter having the whole large orchestra, and this has got to be fun with kind of the action type music that they have.
I sat on a judging panel once with a composer an orchestra conductor. Right. And he said it's really hard to do these when the movie's running above you because you have to time it just right. It's not like they can take a break. Like they are really, and he's like listening in his ear like, okay, now we're at this part, and he has to cue because it's got to be so specific. Yeah, it's really cool though. Okay, here's a weird one for you. Taco Bell is getting into the CROCS business. Of course. The brands have joined forces to bring the first ever Mellow Slides, as they are called. The shoes have Taco Bell's iconic logo on it, and they're being sold exclusively on the CROCS website for $60. They're going to go on sale starting June 28th.
Okay, they're not hideous.
No, they're not. They're actually tasteful.
Very little tasteful and subdued, and you know people love their Taco Bell, and people love their Crocs, so it's kind of a match made in heaven when it comes to that. It still amazes me that Crocs still has this hold on people.
They just must be so comfortable.
Never worn a pair. I have no idea.
Taco Bell said they like to reward their customers. They've done this back in 2019. They released like a swimwear line. Do you remember that? Or like a large taco packet that was like a floaty available for the pool. So this can complete your collection if you already have a few Taco Bell items.
Go rock those Crocs.